Hi guys, I am Chinwendu. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you guys how to make this beautiful dress. This dress has been trending, and yeah, I thought I should bring it here for you guys to see how I created mine. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to draft this. Okay, so this video is very long, so I've divided it into two parts. So this is the drafting of this dress. We are going to be making it together in my next tutorial. So guys, I have my pattern already drafted out, my basic bodice pattern, and this is what we are going to be using. I see no reason for us to start from the beginning to start making our basic bodice patterns, because you guys, I have severally made a tutorial on how to draft out a basic bodice pattern in this particular channel. So I'm going to be leaving a link to the video in the description box, so if you don't know how to do that, you go have a look and you come back to this one. Okay, so we are going to start with creating our cups. That is the first step. So what I'm going to do is to place my tape on the bust points and then come in by half an inch, just like this. But before you do that, you're going to consider where you want your neck depth to be. Okay, so I want my neck depth to be on this bust point line, so you're going to go ahead and from that half an inch connect into the neck width, just like this. Okay, now once you are done with that, go down to the under bust points and then come up just like this by 1.5 inches. You can as well come up by half an inch, 1 inch. It depends on what you want. And once you are done, go ahead and connect this neck depth into the under bust points and equally go over to the side and then connect your 1.5 inches into the under bust point as well. Can you see? So guys, I'm going to use my marker to make this line visible enough for you guys to see. Okay, so I'm trying to outline the lines, and once I am done, I'm going to go ahead and go down to the waistline. Now you guys, I actually wanted to start from the side seam to mark out these 1.5 inches, but I mistakenly went ahead to do that on the inside. So that is what I'm trying to correct right here. So I'm going to rule out the other line, and the line that we just created now is the actual place we are going to be using. Okay, so now we are done with the cup. We are going to go down to creating the V shape, which is the basque. Okay, now to do that, if you take a look at the inspiration, what we were looking at to make this particular dress, you notice that the V shape actually starts from the waistline. Okay, so now from the actual waistline, go down by 3 inches, which is where I have my lower waistline, and then from that point I went ahead to go up by 1 inch. You can as well start this your V shape on that lower waistline, but for me, I thought I should go up a little because I want my V shape to be very pointy. Okay, it all depends on what you actually want. So I went ahead to connect it just like this. Now that I have my V shape, you guys, you can actually see that I removed my seam allowance before creating this V shape. Okay, don't include your seam allowance because you don't want to sew this V shape into the seam allowance. Okay, so what I am going to do next is to go ahead and insert half an inch for joining this into the down part of our gown. Okay, we know that we have a ruffle right at the down part, like gathering effects. So guys, that is what I just created right now, the half an inch mark. And then I noticed that my paper was short, so I went ahead to put in another paper and completed my half an inch line. Okay, so once you are done with this, you go ahead and we draft out the back because we are done with the front block. What we are going to do next is to leave it this way. We are not going to cut out anything because we need it to cut out the back. Okay, so we are going to bring in another paper, and what you are going to do for the back is to create your zipper allowance. Here I made use of 1 inch for my zipper allowance. You can make use of 2 inches. It depends on what you want. And you can see on my paper I have my shoulder, bust point, waistline, which is not necessarily important. You can just go ahead and place your front pattern into the line after the zipper allowance, and then use your pins to hold it down in place. Now after you hold this down in place, you're going to go ahead and trace out whatever it is that you have on the front pattern. Okay, but then you have to create your neckline for the back. So for the depth of my neck, I made use of 1.5 inches, which is for the back, right? And the width is going to remain the same. So guys, I went ahead to use my ruler and connected my neck. My yoke for the back is equally going to start from the under bust line, so I'm going to go ahead and indicate that before removing my front pattern. So after I indicated that, I went ahead to remove my front pattern, and the next thing I'm going to do is to now cut out my front neckline and then equally cut out the yoke. So can you see? I'm going to go ahead and cut. You can see the way I'm cutting out the yoke, and I'm equally going to go over to the back right now and then connect my back yoke and cut it out. So guys, now that we are done cutting out the front and the back, you can see I'm trying to label this my back yoke. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my front yoke, and then I would slash and spread it. Okay, so I'm going to follow that line, and then I'll create a slash. Okay, because I want that point to be very full. Okay, from the inspiration you will notice that it has like a little gathering effect, so that is what I'm trying to create. Some people create just one line, but for me I'm going to make it 3 lines because I want my gather to be full, a little bit fuller than what you usually see. Okay, so guys, this is what we have. I'm going to go ahead and cut it out on fabric, and I'm going to come over here to show you guys what we have. So guys, this is the end of this tutorial. This is exactly how to draft out this dress. It is that easy, and if you enjoy this tutorial, please do make sure to give it a thumbs up. I will see you in my next one. Bye.